The Toronto Blue Jays have a very underrated power hitting prospect currently at the AAA level, and this guy was a former 28th round pick in the 2017 draft. He has been fantastic as of late, and in the past couple of years has really been hitting fantastic, but this year especially at the AAA level, he is looking like an absolute beast. And I mean, for a guy like this, 28th round pick, to be doing this at 24 years old in AAA, it is quite great to see, and definitely a great move by the Jays to draft this guy because they found a hidden gem potentially in this guy. Like I said, so far this year, he's got 11 home runs in 44 games. He's been absolutely fantastic at 31, RBIs, 4 stolen bags, hitting a 248 average, 365 on base, and a 516 slugging for an 881 OPS. He's been quite fantastic. He really has been just quite great. I mean, his numbers are really, really good. He's hitting for some great power, and right now the Jays could definitely use some more power. But when you take a look at his numbers over the last couple of years as well, like you can see why he's kind of been under the radar, and he's been really underrated over the past few years. No one really talks about him a ton at all, but I think he should have been talked about more because when you take a look at his numbers here, that I'm going to kind of talk about here in a second, they definitely show how good he truly is. But taking a look at his frame here, like I said, so he's 5'9", pretty small guy. He's righty bat, 24 years old, can play second, third, and left field, which is fantastic. And take a look at his numbers though this year, or from the past couple of years. I mean, last year played in AAA, AA, and High A, and had a combined 113 games played there from across all those teams, all those leagues, and had 4 triples, 22 doubles, 16 home runs, 56 RBIs, 17 stolen bags. So he is quite fast. He can steal bags as well. 253 average and a 823 OPS. So his numbers have only gotten better this year from jumping from most of that time, he had 50 games at at High A last year, 46 at Double A, and only 17 at Triple A last year. So that combined 113 games, and he hit fantastic there. And his numbers have gotten even better, especially power-wise, so far being in Triple A for the full season. Only 44 games played so far, but I'm sure we'll get over 100 there, and I'm sure will continue to grow and progress. And I mean, he's a guy who he's definitely been a really good prospect as of late. I mean, has had a great career so far in the minors, and at worst is going to be a AAA guy, I'm sure, but I think he has the chance to at least make the majors and be a really solid player there, considering what he's doing at 24 years old in the minors at AAA. I mean, 11 home runs in 44 games at AAA is definitely very, very good, and it's not like he's some 26, 27-year-old prospect. He's only 24. He doesn't turn 25 until January, so he's 24 for the whole season, and he's hitting really, really well. And over his entire career, he has hit extremely well. His career numbers are quite fantastic. 247 batting average, an 805 OPS. He's got 49 homers in 351 games played, so not bad at all throughout the minors. But this year and last year, especially, as the power has really come through and is starting to really match that baseball and hit a ton of home runs. And it's great to see because the Jays can definitely use some more guys who can just really help out this team. And I mean, you take a look at the minors, what he's done so far, like fielding wise, he's got 16 games played at second base in AAA, only 1 error, 17 assists, not bad at all. At third base, he's got 4 games, 30 innings. No errors, no assists, so not bad either. And then in left field, he's really versatile, can play second, third, and left, and I'm sure can play right as well. I wouldn't be surprised. He's got 17 games there, 16 started, 135 innings, 0 assists, but also 0 errors. So again, he's a very good fielder, it seems like, at least. I mean, he has 1 error on the season so far, playing second, third, and left field. So he's a versatile guy, doesn't give a lot of errors. Obviously, he's not like an elite defensive guy because he's not getting a ton of assists and stuff, but he's definitely a really solid defender and definitely can be a versatile guy. And I mean, this is a guy who you want on your bench. I mean, this is a guy who maybe next season, start the year, we have him on our bench because he can play second, third, and corner outfield, right? That is very versatile, very great to see. And, if you don't bring back Whit Merrifield, although I really want to bring him back, he could be a great replacement. Obviously, he might not do as good as Whit, but maybe this is kind of something that you could take a look at for the future-wise. Obviously, Whit's more of an average guy than a power guy, but I mean, other than that, I mean, they seem like fairly similar players, are pretty versatile guys, both solid bats, both righties, and both just really solid all-around players. And I mean, obviously both kind of smaller on that 5'9", 5'10" kind of size, but still great ball players. And I'm sure David Schneider will continue to hit extremely well. But take a look at what he's done in the month of May. He's definitely hit better. He has a 264 average, 389 on base, and a 586 slugging. So he definitely stepped up his numbers from April. where he was only hitting 242 average, a 347 on base, and a 468 slugging. So he's definitely stepped up his numbers, which is great to see. He's got 8 homers, 19 RBIs in 17 games in the month of May. He's hitting fantastic. And in the one game so far in June, obviously, he's only got one game played because that's all there's been. And, he's got 1 hit and 4 at-bats, 1 run, had a single there, and had 1 walk in that game as well. So it has started off June at a decent rate as well. So that's great to see. And hopefully David Schneider can take some steps forward and become an MLB talent and maybe one day be a superstar or at least a really talented player for the Toronto Blue Jays. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have, please smash the like button and definitely comment down below your guys' thoughts on David Schneider and what other prospects you'd like to see me talk about, because I love talking about prospects. Love giving you guys some updates and stuff and what's happening with our prospects. So definitely, if you have any prospects you want me to cover on the Blue Jays, comment them down below. Thanks for watching and see ya.